I spent $10,000 on gear to improve my content creation. I am crazy and broke. All the YouTubers out there with the most expensive gear possible will always tell you that it is not about the gear, it is about your skills. And even with the budget setup like your smartphone and lamps at home, you can create professional looking image. And I tried. I watched hundreds of videos on YouTube how to set up lighting. I tried it with DJI Pocket 3, which is actually not that cheap. And still, I don't think that it actually looked that good. I was never happy with the final result. So I thought that maybe it is the lack of my skills. So I decided to put it into a test. So I bought all of this. I divided these purchases into 4 categories, from the cheapest to the most expensive. The categories are sound, light, editing, and image. But at the end there is one additional category, a special one, that actually contributes to all of these categories. So stay tuned to the end of the video to see what I'm talking about. Let's start with the first category, which is sound. And you must be surprised that this is the least expensive category. Sound is extremely important, but let me explain it with the first product on the list. DJI Mic Mini. Microphone is very important, as you can have the most beautiful image possible but have trash sound and people won't be able to stand it. What you need to do is to simply make sure that your audio is not trash. That's it. Especially nowadays, you can go with a simple DJI mic that is actually easy to connect to all your DJI devices, and also with a more sophisticated devices. You'll see one later in the video with a hot shoe mount or simply with a mini jack. That is a part of the DJI Mic Mini setup. I choose DJI Mic Mini because it was quite inexpensive and still capable of producing high quality audio. Price tag $120. For many years I have been editing my videos from my vacation with my wife with my worn out Denons. I really loved these headphones. They were comfortable, they had very good sound quality, but I wanted an open back headphones to be able to edit my videos and watch Netflix with my wife. I never really liked being shut down from the outside world. That's why I choose Beyerdynamic 990 Pro. Beyerdynamic are often described as studio headphones for critical listening. And yes, it will somehow help me with editing my videos and audio. I won't lie, I am not an audio pro. I don't know much about mastering audio, so it probably won't have an amazing impact on my content. Price tag of these $200. Having such a professional headphones without having a proper audio output would be a waste. So I decided to grab mini DAC or amplifier to connect it to my computer or my smartphone to actually use the potential of these headphones. I decided to go with a simple USB DAC amplifier from ONIX. It takes power from the device it is connected to, one device less to remember to charge. Price tag $145. Next category is light. As the key light, so the main source of light that is positioned here and hits my face more or less from 45 degrees, I choose SmallRig RC 60B. I wanted something as small as possible. I did not need anything extremely powerful, as for now it is set on 30% and it shines good enough. I really like the fact that it has internal battery. There is a power bank holder, and then you can attach the power bank to the light itself, make it extremely portable. It comes with this handy bag for storage. It has two types of mounts and a mini reflector to amplify the strength of the light if needed. And it has 3 meters long USB-C to USB-C cable that allow you to connect the light directly to a power plug. Price tag $210. Since it was important for me to soften the light that hits my face and not allow the light to spill on my white walls, I choose a 90 centimeters SmallRig softbox with a honeycomb grid to limit the spill. I choose bigger 90 centimeter diameter softbox instead of smaller one that is actually built for the RC60B because I wanted the light to be as soft as possible. Therefore, I needed to buy a special adapter to Bowens mount. And as a tripod, I use the one that I have from my cheap setup that I bought earlier. I am already thinking of buying something sturdier, as this seems a little bit flimsy for this whole setup. Price tag $130 both for the softbox and the adapter. And as practical lights to put some colors behind me on my boring white walls, I choose 2 SmallRig RM 40C mini LED lights. Again, I needed something small, portable, and maybe I should have even choose the 25 watts version, because these 40 watts versions are actually almost as powerful as my key light, which is 60 watt. But you know, better to have more power than less. And they're actually set on 30%, also on 30%. Like my key light. Now you can see how this new light setup actually looked during this whole video. Maybe I can show you what is the difference between this setup and how it would look if I would just use the lights at my house. Let's see. How does it actually look? Probably trashy, huh? So let's turn on the practical lights. Let's turn off this ugly light. Now let's turn on my brand new key light. Let me know in the comment if you like it or not. We can now switch to the next category, which is editing. In this category, we only have one product, but this product will allow me to edit much faster and much easier. Probably I will be able to implement better transitions, maybe some CGI, maybe some AI, etc. I present you Asus ROG Flow Z13. A mouthful of name, yeah. Some of you might think, wait a minute. Did you just choose a tablet for editing? Well, yes, it is a tablet, but it is actually the most powerful tablet in the world. It has the same power levels as some very strong laptops with RTX 4060 or sometimes even 4070. It has 64 gigs of RAM. I was planning to grab 128 gigs of RAM, but unfortunately it was very hard to get, or maybe even impossible to get. I was actually in love with the form factor of this device many years ago when I purchased a Microsoft Surface, because Asus ROG Flow Z13 is actually a Surface on steroids. And there's a lot to talk about this device, and I will make a lot of videos about it in the future. For now, just for the sake of this video, in a nutshell, I needed something powerful and yet portable. And it actually has both of these things. I want to take this device with me everywhere, not only while I'm traveling, but also at home. As I said, I like to edit my videos and enjoy Netflix or maybe even play some video games in bed. I switched my 15.6-inch laptop with this 13.4-inch tablet. So you might ask, yeah, how are you going to edit videos on such a small display? And I have a solution for that later in this video, so stay tuned. As you noticed, I am an Asus fanboy. My previous laptop was actually Asus, and the one before that was also Asus. So I had to stay in the family. Price tag, $2,900. Let's jump into the fourth quality, which is the most important and also the most expensive in today's video. It is image. And I always wanted the best quality possible, but I am used to very small devices such as Pocket, Pocket 3, action cams such as DJI Action 5 Pro or Action Nano, very small devices. More on them in my previous videos. In order to combine these two worlds, as small as possible and as good image as possible, I had to go with the smallest full frame interchangeable camera in the world that is made specifically for filming, Sony ZV-E1. I have actually always dreamed of Sony camera. A few years back, I dreamed of Sony A7, a hybrid camera, because at the time I was also a bit into photography. I used to own Canon 60D. It was a pretty big DSLR and I had 3 additional lenses to it, so it became a little bit of a burden while traveling. Smartphones were getting better and better at taking images, and after a few years I decided to sell it, but I still was taking videos, and I told myself that in order for me to go back to bigger, heavier devices, I need to make a huge leap in terms of quality of video. And this is it. Sony ZV-E1 actually has the same sensor as Sony FX3, the one that was actually used in one of Netflix movie. So it is capable of creating extremely good image quality. Extremely important is that it has dual ISO, dual native ISO, which means that the first very clear ISO is at 640 when you shoot in log like I do. And the second one is at 12,800. So that means this camera is a beast in low light. But yeah, I will make many more videos about this camera, and I don't want to make this video even longer than it already is. Probably way too long already. And unfortunately, there are some must-have accessories and its additional battery, because with this camera, battery just drops while you're watching. Second thing is, of course, SD card. I choose the Sony SD card, the TUF, 256 gigs of storage, V60. Price tag is $2,850, so quite a lot of money only for the body. Additional 120 and 180 for the battery and SD card. So over 3,000 only for the camera with accessories. But you also need a lens. As I was a big fan of DJI Pocket 1, and it has the field of view that was equivalent of 26mm with a full frame, and I never actually liked that they went wider with Pocket 2 and Pocket 3. It was actually equivalent of 20mm. I know they did it because it was for vlogging, but I always preferred this a little bit narrower field of view, and this is exactly what I went for, and I choose Sony G Master prime lens, 24mm with extremely fast aperture f1.4. for the greatest bokeh possible, and it is actually still quite compact. Of course, I will make more videos about that in the future. I was also struggling with the decision whether to go with a prime lens or to choose the zoom lens for better versatility, especially while traveling. And you guessed it, I will probably buy the zoom lens as well in the future. Price tag $1,750. I am filming my videos with 180-degree shutter rule in order to have this natural looking motion blur. In order to do that, you need an ND filter. And I was told when I was buying a camera that Hoya, I think I'm saying it right, that Hoya is actually very good in terms of glass clarity, and it does not affect the image while changing the stops, because it is a variable filter, because I never wanted to change filters whenever the cloud is going through the sun. So I went for this one. Seems like it is doing its job. Price tag another $115. And of course, I need a tripod to securely hold my camera. And as my camera and the lens is extremely expensive, I needed something sturdy enough and secure enough not to worry about it. So I went with Manfrotto B-Free GTX Pro Carbon. Sounds expensive, and it actually is, but you know, you don't want to save on something that actually might cause damage to your camera if used not properly. It has a nice pouch to store and travel with it. I really like the twist mechanism on the legs. I actually choose this because it has this additional 90-degree mechanism that will allow me to shoot products from different point of view. Overall, it seems like a very solid gear, but I'm not gonna lie, after I purchased it, I did more extensive research, and it seems that there are better tripods at the moment. I think that the SmallRig Potato Jet one seems like a better option, especially because how quick you can set up the tripod, and it actually might have more options to mount your camera. So I am thinking of selling this one and buying the Potato Jet one. Price tag $460. We went through all 4 categories, but I promise you that there is one additional special category, and here it is. We have 3 products. First 2 of them will actually be used as a pair. You saw the outcome of their cooperation all through this video while I was showing you the products. And let me know in the comments if it actually makes any difference. It was a fog machine from Newell, and it was rotating display from Pulse. I will definitely be making another video on the Newell mist machine or fog machine, because this is actually a great and really neatly designed product. And about the turntable, I don't think that I will make any more videos because it's just turning around, but it makes products look better and from many different angles. Price tag $160 for the smoke machine and $45 for the turntable. And last product, but definitely not least, is something that blew my mind when I actually got my hands on it. And I knew that for many years now we've had all those AR glasses, VR glasses, AR headset, etc. But there is a specific category, especially for my needs. Now, when I have 13-inch display laptop or tablet as my main computer. This category is XR glasses. Their main job is to display a giant monitor in front of your eyes. This is exactly what I need now. I'm talking here about X-Real One Pro, and YouTube told me that these are the best in their class, in the price range. So I had to buy them and see how they will work for me. So I choose them because, as I told you many times in this video, I like to edit my videos at the same time as I'm watching Netflix with my wife. So this thing is actually the answer for my needs. And I will definitely make more videos about that. So make sure to like and subscribe. $780, pretty expensive. Let me know in the comments if you think I lost my mind, or maybe it was worth it and you think the outcome of my purchases is actually good. Remember to subscribe not to miss all those unboxings, first impressions and reviews. Thank you for today. See you in the next one.